What is it, jabroni, man? Okay? What is it about eccentric that pisses you off so much? See, a lot of y'all don't know that I was eccentric my whole damn life, right? It's a thing where I used to, when I was about 16, okay, I got my tongue pierced. And at that time, you had to be accompanied by somebody who's 18 or over. So I had one of my best buds go with me to get this tongue piercing. This tongue piercing specifically said, bite me, because that was my favorite term. So when I saw that ring that said, bite me, they don't make stuff like that anymore. You dig? That was perfect for me. I knew that was for me. And I got my tongue pierced. And I came back to school and they're like, you're crazy for doing that kind of stuff. Why would you do that? 6 months later, everybody walking around with a tongue ring in their mouth. Now, I didn't do it to suck dick, and if I did, I'm heterosexual anyway. That's what heterosexual people do, and if that's what you like, you dig? But the innovativeness, I knew the influence I had. I knew how intimidated people were. I knew how scary they were, okay? As it pertains to my energy, I knew they didn't understand it. They were nervous and as to what to do with it, okay? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, Virgo. I'm Eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have another intuitive message for you today. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. You gotta get them likes up, so the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, can further share the video. Like, share, subscribe. People who walk by faith and not by sight do not look back. History proves that you'll turn to salt. That's what our religious scriptures say, right? You are fame and fortune. You all about fame and fortune. Now, you can be a man or woman, Virgo, anywhere you have Virgo in your placements. 12 houses, north node, south node, any planetary placement. People who are ready to hate you. It's like people are going to be ready to hate you. You know, as if they've ever really rocked with you, you know? But you rock their world, though. You know, you ain't really ready. They aren't really ready to pull their skirt back down and grow a pair or grow a period. They act real indirect to your face. They don't like to talk to your face about what they really feel. Or when they say what they really feel, they dish soliloquies. You know what a soliloquy is? I know a Virgo do because they're intelligent. You know, it's just pretending that the person is not standing in front of you while you speak your mind about that person. Well, I'll give you an example. There was once an incident with this girl. She was insanely insecure about herself, and she would take it out on me because we are polar opposite via complexion. You see what I'm saying? So one is chocolate, one is fair skin. Like that has to be a fucking thing. Like, it's so pathetic with the hate crimes that people practice towards their own fucking people. You dig? And to be very fair, we obviously ain't the same people if your spirit broken like that. You dig what I'm saying? But she found every fucking reason. She was back and forth with this shit. 1 minute you're cool, 1 minute you're not, kind of thing. And it's like, whatever. So people could smell that you are something special very early on in life. You know, this was during grade school era. We were still in grade school. And she would speak so indirect, you know, about this and that, and bitches this and bitches that. Why you standing right there? Okay? Now, you ain't slow. You dig? You understand she's talking to you, but you also understand she's a bitch. And I mean, she's a punk. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have if you're going to speak, you got to go through all that fucking energy to go around the fucking bush being indirect. Shut the fuck up. That's the whole thing with that. You know? So why the fuck would I want to look back? It's like, fast forward all this time later, you still got the same goddamn attitude? Fast forward all this time, this is still a concern for you. History proves that this is a one-way street. Why would I turn back on a one-way street? That's hoe shit. That's doubting shit. That's disbeliever shit. You dig? You turn back, you gonna turn to salt. Or you'll just see how salty motherfuckers are behind your back, eating your back out. You know, shit like that. And my mother would always, I would always hear stories about my mother playing these girls in their face. I never gave them the reaction. Like I said in my other video, not on my fucking time. I don't have to dignify that with a fucking answer. You're going to be twice as goofy because I don't give a fuck. You feel like that. My mother was the type where she'll flash her whole fucking ass at you. Like, you just pissed the fuck off because these panties is French lace Italian silk. You just mad, okay? Get over it. So you got Buddha. That's what I mean when I say this. Buddha. So Buddha is not just one person, but anyone who has an aware and blessed soul. So right now, that's you. You have woken up to your true self and let go of the illusions that were binding you to the material world. What that tells me is you're very humble. You have taken off the mask of security and given a good look into the vastness of yourself. You have realized that nothing is inherently good or bad. It just is what it is. You also understand that the non-dual nature of the world, and you're letting go of the judgments of the mind. Someone has a very imprisoned mindset as it pertains to themselves. They try to take it out on you. Or they're gonna turn to salt when they see this one, this fame and fortune, holding the knowledge that we are all Buddha nature. What does it mean to be Buddha natured? Is one who is aware. So if they pick that up about you, you always know that about you. And those are the kind of expensive habits you have. Like the types of routines and habits. What kinds of routines or habits that limit my life experience of everyday life? Well, that's not really you. You don't feed into it. But what have been the most defining moments that have helped shape my life illustrates my point. The things that limited or would have limited it if you would have dignified that with a response. And Buddha is clarified by Kapha. What does Kapha have to be? What does Kapha have to say about that? It's about you are grounded and carry a subtle calmness which makes others naturally gravitate to you. So everybody has a crush on you. You bring peace, understanding, and comfort to your community, and you are a shoulder anybody can lean on. And the whole irony of it was, this motherfucker, I could vent to them, and they could vent to me. All the while they had this sick heart like that. Forgive them anyway. Because people are often self-centered, illogical, and full of shit. I've added that part, but that's from Mother Teresa. And you're supposed to forgive them anyway. Okay? Because they don't have the strength to do what you do. And it's not a pick at me, bitch. It's a look at me, bitch, with a clear set of lenses. Okay? Because you in that Jupiter energy with the Wheel of Fortune. But you don't mind the opinions of people. The Seven of Wands. You just keep building. Because I don't know if they fell off or not, or why they in that shitty ass energy. I just feel like some people are raised under emotional abuse. I was, in a different way. It wasn't expressed like that, but it was. The deepest peace you'll find is where you are. But you don't get to attach to anything because it's temporary. So, materialistically speaking, you've never been more happy letting it go or building something from scratch. I think you get most of your joy from the process of building something from scratch, not the accumulation of things. It's not a quantity thing for you, it's a quality thing for you. I feel like somebody wants to cry because they can't get back into your grace or your space or your energy. They were like really trying to drain your energy, and it didn't work with the Seven of Wands. And also as it pertains to business, you are telling people to get out your face with this Wheel of Fortune and Seven of Wands because they blackballed you. And then when I split the deck, how would I want people to remember me when I'm no longer here? That I'm cutthroat. What are my most important values and how are they reflecting in my life and in my decisions? To stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you feel, even if you are a shitty bitch. Stand 10 toes in it. Don't switch up now. Because your fortune was never over here anyway. It was never between you and them anyway. It was always between you and God. Shuffle for Virgo. Well, let's go back in time a little bit. Let's rewind the clocks a little bit. because I like to move on from things that are trivial and irrelevant. And sometimes, every once in a blue moon, they could resurface. Just so you could, take heed to that. Sometimes it's to heal something. Sometimes it's just people tugging on your energy. That's what that Seven of Wands is. Business. You remind them it's just business. Okay, but take what resonates and throw out the rest as it pertains to what I'm telling you. 2. Because you got this new job, 4 of Swords. Somebody is sick. Justice. Somebody's sick with depression. Depression in the mind. They don't speak goodwill over themselves. And that's karmic justice. Not for what they did to you, though. I'm not getting that it's because of what they did to you. It's really because of the hate crimes that they practice against themselves. That's unnecessary. You are teaching people. This is a read of self-love. A lot of these reads are. Do something nice for yourself. Queen of Swords. You see, you're very educated. Somebody who's a Queen of Swords is insanely educated in their expertise. Strength. Knowledge is power. That's what I saw with the Queen of Swords and the Strength. And somebody's still sitting in the bed upset about something they did to you a long time ago. Or sitting in their head. They go that King of Cups again. I'm telling you, you dapper as all hell. So with the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, it's not a suit match, but it's a yin-yang energy. And this is about integrity. I think your motto was, this is life and death, you know? I don't want to die on my knees like a half a man. Now you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Okay, that's an opportunity. 7 of Pentacles. This is practical information. 4 of Cups. I'm not surprised about seeing the 4 of Cups. I don't think you care. That's someone that you're receiving a lot of hate crimes against people who never liked you anyway. It was never really about you. They don't like themselves. And the evolution is real underneath the Justice. Well, so is the Queen of Pentacles under the 4 of Swords. Somebody is depressed that you are successful. That you're smart enough. All that energy you used to not respond, you was doing. It's like you gotta do something with that energy. It ain't like you didn't pick up on the stupidity. It's just that you are the one that's aware. Okay, with the Ace, this Ace of Wands is creative. It's fertility. You got 2 fertility cards side by side of each other. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands are 2 cards of fertility. And this is not about making a baby. But I have to say this as I hear it. There is somebody who is bitter because they're not as fertile as you. 4 of Cups. They're not pregnant. They could already have kids, but they're not as... Something about it. They can't have kids. It's either they can't have kids with the one they love. That's for somebody. King of Cups, 4 of Cups. For some, this is somebody who, for those who don't have kids, feel like they too mature to have kids. Meanwhile, you're the total opposite. So when you see kings and queens, that could resonate with someone who's over 35 or over 37 or 38. You know, they have a cutoff window for everything before something else, so before it becomes a high risk thing. Even in your journey, I'll give you an example. I'm considered high risk because I had seizures during pregnancy. And I was in my mid to late 20s when I had my first child. So it didn't stop me to go on to give birth to 4 kids. It is, and I was married. Once upon a time, I used to be married. And then I got divorced, because Queen of Swords is definitely a divorced person. You took that piece of information and practiced the utmost integrity. You ain't cuss out your ex. You know, I didn't tell him. I mean, I actually did, but at one point, it was in retaliation to tell him to get the fuck out of my face, trying to antagonize me. I did tell him to leave me alone, in my own fancy way or another. But more so, I was quiet for the most of it. You know, at this point, I'm very quiet. It doesn't matter. And that was the same attitude when I initially stopped being married. Queen of Cups is on the bottom. The Fool is in reverse. Ace of Swords. 4 of Wands. Empress. Someone was naive to think your essence could be tainted by even making a baby with you. I had a daughter at one point. She was my twin. When I see the Page of Cups and the Empress, I see that. We look just alike. You see that? That's cool, right? 4 of Wands is not stable. 4 of Wands is no celebration. It's actually divorce. As it pertains, this Ace of Swords is having a mental clarity that I was way too naive for what I was trying to accomplish. I hadn't healed enough yet. I was attracting poverty because I came from that. I was raised by people with a poverty mindset. So justice, with the justice and the evolution, this overall card here, this overall energy about having habits that limit my experience. I'm not, one thing I don't feel, and I feel like these lessons are significant to the message. I don't feel that I got married too fast or too early or anything like that. I don't have regrets. I don't feel sad about it. In fact, I'm very happy, very at peace. And that's for somebody. I feel like it's a liberation because you was done wrong in the first place. Sometimes you attract what you don't want because it's not healed enough in you. Is my point. So all the while, this Queen of Pentacles and this 4 of Swords. Someone is depressed over your success to the point where they even tried to copy you, steal your ideas, steal something from you, and make it like it was them when it's you. You don't think people see that? With the justice and the evolution, the Page of Swords? You ain't creative nowhere else in your life. Never in your life have you ever been so obsessed with what it means to be progressive, because you don't know, you weren't taught that. You know, we all come from something, but they weren't taught that. And if somebody who's depressed is the mental clarity of the people. It's like this is built off the back of somebody else's idea. And instead of making you look crazy, naive, or unstable, even immature, you're the fucking Queen of Cups. Okay? What does it mean to be the Queen of Cups? Emotionally intelligent. It never occurs to you to cry in a corner about anything you've been through. And I feel like these people know a lot about you. They think they do. They didn't know that, though. They didn't know this with this Queen of Swords and this Ace of Wands, how much of a habit it is to pray for guidance, to pray for stability, to pray for a sound mind. So I don't have to fall into that's one thing you don't, is buckle under peer pressure. There's too much mature energy here. And I feel like you're a shapeshifter, like a transformative type of person with the evolution card here, because that's one of the judgment cards. And I say that in a way where There are times where if they wanted to say you didn't have a sound mind, or it was illogical what you were doing, or unstable, ungrounded, whatever you want to say, you got the Ace of Wands. Where they thought they cut your, where they thought they put a roadblock up for you, they only end up cutting their nose off to spite their face. Because I feel like all the impulsive nature is not here. It's not from you. So it's admirable to have the integrity, the strength, and to domesticate yourself and ground yourself and respect yourself enough. This is a dignity issue for some, or someone who feel a way against you. This is a dignity issue, something they don't embody. This is integrity. And you write your own canvas. It's never anybody's job to tell you what you are or what you're not. Except for the fact that you have every right to say what you're not is me. You can't do what I do with this Four of Cups and this King of Cups. So they tried it and they failed. Trying to be in your face. And this is stoic energy anyway, because you take yourself way more serious and have way more self-respect than what it means to just lay around popping shit. You didn't even get up and change your damn panties. These are people who don't know how to pull their skirt back down and grow a set. But not much has changed for you from a child up into the phase you are in your life now as an Empress. The Empress holds weight by way of stability, a sound heart, a sound mind, good habits. The most defining moments in your life is the integrity you practice in the face of a lot of people who's just ready to hate you before you even do anything. You didn't even get to do anything yet, and you already pissed. You're already trying to set wheels in motion to mess up things for you. With this Wheel of Fortune and this Seven of Wands, like, they don't know you spiritually. Obviously, they don't they don't pray with you. That's not humanly possible to tell somebody what's on their spirit if you don't interact with them. But I heard that's the price of fame. People act like they know you every day. Seven of Cups, the Judgment, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. It's not a painful ending for you. You see this line right here where it's targeting her forehead? You were targeted to have a painful ending. That's what's wished upon you. If you can see it on camera, it's a line that targets right here like a bullseye. And you see these strings, like these lines that's on her hands like a puppet master. It looks like that. It gives me the idea that you were targeted so fucking hard. You were targeted so hard that they could, fuck them, right? Yeah, but you were targeted so hard. It's like this is deemed this is not even animalistic or inhumane at this point. This is fatal. You can have issues with people fatally attracted to you, or it's coming with your fame and fortune. It comes with your fame and fortune. You come with fame and fortune. And it's more than just having material items. This isn't about material items. Like, you're famous for being this type of spiritual, for being this kind of for being untouchable. I don't know what altered these people's minds or their hearts, but with a Seven of Cups and a Judgment, that's polar opposite. Like, the Judgment is discerning, she's asking for guidance. She's asking the right resource for guidance, where these people are so delusional, creating illusions that you're the one that created this trap. Why shouldn't you be the one to drown in it? It's weird. And the Six of Wands, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Moon is in reverse. It's no secret. You think very highly of yourself. And why should you give away your fame and fortune? Why should you give away your fortune to somebody? You can't. These are people who use the same tools with this Page of Swords. These are people who use the same tools. Baron, I heard Baron bitch mother. I don't know. But this is the same people who use these tools to mentally oppress you. They're trying to use the same tools to obtain your fortune. It's like, why would I give you my fortune when I know how you feel? This is sick. Like, this is... You're getting an up-close look of what's deemed as, what, sadistic, insane. You keep doing the same thing to somebody and expecting different results. Is insane. That's what the doctors say. The definition of insanity is even in the thesaurus. It's like to practice something over and over again and expecting different results. That is insane. Let's change the energy. This isn't moving. This isn't working. I heard this isn't working. Something's not working. The World in reverse. This Ace of Cups is in reverse. When you don't learn a lesson, you have to repeat the same cycle again. When you learn a lesson, you move on. You stop attracting the same thing. And when you see, you're able to spot it better before you get too deep into it. That's how you know you learned your lesson. When you can talk about it and don't cry, you've learned your lesson. When someone can talk to you and your vibe, your reaction to them is apathetic, you have learned your lesson. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. And the Knight of Cups is in reverse. It's overly manipulative. Overly stubborn. Not being able to move forward. Not being able to move past you. Not having an opportunity to push you through the same runaround again. All this is over you. Okay. Queen of Cups. Three of Cups in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. The Moon is in reverse. This actually goes here. You stop networking with people who don't mean you no good. Like, that's what you're supposed to do, right? And the Nine of Wands is in reverse. I feel like something reversed back on those who attempted to hate you, practice hate crimes against you. The Three of Cups in reverse is fake, phony. It's antisocial too. The Nine of Wands in reverse is a little short fuse. It's off kilt. Nine of Wands puts up a good fight in the upright, and the Nine of Wands in reverse is defenseless. And the Moon in reverse is the secret is out. Everything is being exposed, or everyone is being exposed. So let's rather amplify what's being exposed. It all looked like someone scattered. Ganesha. And Ajna. That is your third eye. It's clarifying your third eye. New beginnings and removal of obstacles. Clarified by your chakra not being blocked. Your third eye chakra definitely being more than open. You need a new word for open. You've been using your sixth sense lately. Your intuitive powerhouse is like, and it is guiding you in the right direction. These people can only convince the wrong people that you ain't shit. When there's the Most High telling them, go produce your source if you're truthful. So as long as you continue viewing the world from your third eye, you will surpass all limitations and find yourself limitless. And you're at the beginning of a new venture that is going to bring you great joy and success. And you're being granted a smooth transition into this very moment. And these roadblocks do not exist outside of you. So it's fluctuations of the mind. So you could be excited or anxious, but when you calm down, like quiet the mind. Something about quiet the mind, you're able to overcome obstacles. You have harmony, you have success, you have blessings. Period. Is that it? And last but not least, that's for you. I have to throw the cards like that. Last but not least, I don't like reading this type of energy because it'll drain you. It ain't like you're supposed to care. Is that what it feels like is, it's not that you're supposed to care, it's that people are aware that they're irrelevant. What they did is a random act of irrelevance. What matters is that they know that. They got Durga in reverse. They also have pranayama in reverse. Like, I hear, why you trolling like a bitch? Aren't you tired? Damn. Inner strength and protection is what this will represent in the upright. And pranayama is about this is a part of the 8 stages of yoga. It's the control of breath. That's in reverse. So let's start by, perhaps you feel anxious, sad, lost, and confused, and can use a bit of strength to power you through this. This is for them. God is not a witness to it. He's not moving them forward. They're unstable, emotionally unstable, with the both knights, Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The world is in reverse. That's not a completed cycle. They haven't learned the lesson. Just remember that the hardships are temporary and an opportunity to develop tenacity. The one thing you can instantly change are your present thoughts. The rest will shift after that. So as it pertains to the controlling of the breath, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, pause. Repeat 6 times before continuing to read. Just this practice will change the rest of your life. Or the rest of your experiences. How we breathe is how we live. Have your breaths been fast, shallow, or rushed? Has your life had similar qualities? It's like somebody could be in a doctor having a whole nervous breakdown or having a whole meltdown about your fame and fortune. And then I feel like somebody's been recommended to a specialist about getting control of themselves, about being accountable. When we move through our breath without observance, we move through life without observance. They're not looking at themselves. So life is meant to be cherished and held and devoured, not ran through. Or your mission was not to really tamper with this mature woman, you know? Whenever things seem to be moving too quickly for words, come back to your breath. It's like they spaz, like there's some kind of instability. Obviously there's an instability. There's an imbalance. So what they're doing is reacting to the backlash of what they put out. The energy you put out is the energy you get right back. And they're paying for it in a way where they don't have peace. That they don't have, especially those times where you feel like you can't take an extra 30 seconds off to breathe. So these people are out of control. You mean to tell me you can't control your feelings as it comes to this mature woman? This is when you need it the most. Time is your perception. You choose how fast it moves. In other words, Virgo, that is their dumbass fault. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.